Hey guys, welcome back. So today I am going to play around with my new watercolors. These are the Kuretake, well, it's an assortment of Kuretake watercolors. Gosh, I hope I said that name right. That's how I'm gonna say it. But you can buy all three in a single pack, or you can buy them separately. I just found it easier to buy all three since I wanted all three. But the first one is 6 gem colors. And you guys know I love my glitter and sparkly things. Oh my, I can't even open this. So let me get this one out. So here you go. They're more like a metallic almost, but we're going to swatch them to make sure. They come on, so the little palette thingies here, or I should say tray, these are plastic, but the palette itself is cardboard. However, if you have like your own storage system for your watercolors, you can slip these out and, you know, put them in that. Then we have Starry colors, which are definitely metallics. Should have pre-opened these boxes. All right, and then as you can see, we've got gold, bronze. I think that's going to be a silver. We'll find out. And then we have these 6 pearl colors, which are like iridescent and glittery. We know I love glitter. This one's still wet. I got anxious yesterday and I wanted to do a quick test, and I did. So you're just going to have to forgive me and my impatience. But I have 2 swatch charts. The reason for that is certain things like iridescence and metallics, you always want to test on like a black cardstock just to kind of see how they look, but also you want to test it on white because obviously you might color with white. So I did the pink one on this black paper, and gosh darn it, you probably can't even see the pretty pink. Okay, well on my end it is definitely like a pink glitter. So I am just using Astro Bright something. It's Astro Bright's black paper here. And then I just used my Arteza gel pen, which did not like this paper whatsoever, which is why there's a ton of skips all over. So don't use your Arteza gel pen on this paper. It doesn't like it. So yeah, I'm gonna swatch both of them and kind of see what they're all about. I may not swatch them all on camera. I don't want to like be here for forever, especially because I'm doing 2, but I thought it would be fun to kind of check them out with you guys. So everyone's different with their watercolors and how they like to go about it. When I'm working with actual watercolors and not watercolor pencils, I use a brush and a cup of water. Straight up old school, as we'll call it. And that is because while water brushes are fun, like I could squeeze the reservoir, wet this, mix it around with that brush, I would have to sit there and wipe off that brush or dip it in water or something to clean it off. Like, it's a pain in the butt. Whereas with this one, I can get it wet, you know, saturate it, get the color ready, do my thing, rinse it off again, and go again. So it's really up to you how you want to do it. I just prefer when I'm working from a palette to use the straight up old school brush and cup of water. Which reminds me, I need a second cup of water because you always want a dirty cup and a clean cup. That doesn't make it harder. But yeah, I just use like old baby jars or baby food jars that I've removed the labels. Why throw them away? There's so many uses for storage, and because I ran out of mason jars. So second reason I'm using that. So let me grab my second thing of water just so I have a clean, and then we'll get started. Okay, so we're gonna do the pearl colors first since that's what I started with. I have to hope that I remember to use the right water cup. I just use a, whatchamacallit? Can't use my words today, washcloth. There we go. To wipe off my brush. You can do paper towel. I just do this because I can throw it in the laundry and reuse it. And I just basically take like rags I have around the house. So when I'm working with palettes, let's get my clean water. I'm gonna get my big brush out to just dot the water in there, but I'm not going to touch my big brush on it. Just need to get some droplets. Takes a minute to soak up because they've been so dry and ignored for a while. Haven't done watercolors in a long time. I actually went on Facebook today and asked people like if there's any new things in watercolor brushes. And it's funny, I got quite a few responses with water brushes, and I was like, no, sorry, I mean like actual watercolor, like old school brushes that not all of us use anymore. But I've been on the hunt because these are about 7 years old. I know they're incredibly clean for 7 years old, but it's just because I'm a fanatic and clean my brushes like crazy. But I've been looking because I want to get back into watercolor painting. Oh, I need to wet the other one too for white paper. I want to get back into watercolor painting and stuff, so I was hoping to get a new set of brushes. Okay, so that would be my clean water, so I'm gonna mix them. So you just kind of mix it around. It's usually best if you can to mix it and leave it for a sec. So put that in my dirty one. I know it's kind of a lengthy process. You're going from clean to dirty water to clean. You don't need a ton of water in here, but you definitely want to mix them up. Make sure that pigment is getting all in the water there. Otherwise, you're not going to get the full effect because you're going from dry to wet here. But yeah, it's usually best. Don't worry, they're not going to dry out quickly at all on you. I promise. Like this one was still wet and I was playing with it yesterday. So it takes quite a while for those to dry out. Ooh, this water is like turning into this sparkly mess. I am sure by the end of it, it'll look like mud, but right now it's pretty. Just mix these all around. But yeah, you just let these air dry and then, you know, whip them back up when you're ready. But the more time you can give with mixing and all that, and then you'll still mix right before you grab it. Unless you have a little palette nearby, you can actually pick up the color off of here, move it over to your palette, add more water and mix it. But because I can't find my palette since I moved, ordered one, but yeah, not gonna be here in time for today's video, so I can't find my palette. So yeah, I'm gonna have to mix them in here, but it's okay, it won't hurt them, I promise. It's just easier and faster like to get them to dry if you mix them on a palette than waiting for the whole watercolor to dry out. This color though is so cool, like you probably can't see it, but check out how it's like all iridescent in the light. It's pretty nifty. Like I said, it's gonna look like mud probably by the end of this, but okay. So let's do, I already did number 734. Let me flip over the box so I can tell you the pretty name. Oh, never mind. On this one, on some of the boxes it has the color name in English, but on the pearl colors they kept it not. So never mind. It's just number 734. Not as glorious. Wow, this paper does not want to get out of the way. Okay. So we're going to take our 734. Ooh, on white paper, that is freaking beautiful. That's why I like to test them on both. Okay, so let's grab some 731. Mix it back up a little. Oops, got a loose bristle. It's because these are old. Ooh, look at that one. It's like a coralish color. All right. This is gonna be awkward going back and forth. And I'm gonna zoom you guys in so you can see the colors better. My fingers are wet, so hopefully my camera forgives me there. Okay, so now we're on 731. So yeah, you can always see the difference between the black and the white paper, but I like to do that because you never know what you're gonna use them on. That is so pretty though. Okay, let's grab number 740. curious what this one will be. So it's just a nice glittery yellow. You can make these as thick or as thin as you want. Like there's no right or wrong with the thickness of your color. Depends on the application really, and just whatever you want. If you want it thick to be more like a paint, then just don't add as much water. If you want to make like a background that's almost clear, just add a ton of water. You can just wet the page first and that'll help too. That's a really pretty, whoops, I forgot I'm zoomed in, so I'm like, hi there. Yeah, look at those. Already I'm digging these. Okay, so we'll move on to 751, which is a green. Ooh, I like it. It's like a lime-ish green. Wow, but it's so pretty. Ooh, I like these. I knew I was gonna like these. Also, one thing to remember with black, you need to let your black dry. Don't judge it on black paper till it dries, because like right here, see how it's starting to dry and it's changing color? Just keep that in mind when you're putting these on black paper. Because you might be like, wait a minute, that's not the color it was supposed to be. Which is why you should always swatch them, pre-swatch on different cardstock, just so you know how they'll look when they're dried before you throw them down on a page. All right, 762. This one's a little juicy because I have extra water in it, but it's okay. Ooh, I like that. See, I like that these easily pick up and glide off. So if I were to come in with a clean brush, I could glide those off of there. All right, let's check out this one on the white. This would be really pretty for like ocean waves. Very pretty. I'll show you the sparkle when they're all done. Okay, 906 might not show well on our white paper. I don't know, I'm thinking this is like a silver or a white. It's hard to tell from the palette. But yep, it's a white. It'll definitely show on the black paper. Yeah, I like this. And I like how these move. Yep, you can definitely make these as thick or thin as you want. Let's get it on the black paper though. So yeah, when these dry, see how they're already drying, which is perfect, so I can actually show you. Try not to get it on my fingers. So like, it just has a hint. So it's super shiny, but then it'll have a hint of that color once it dries, kind of like my pink. Just has a hint of pink. See that? Hopefully you see that. Probably like the worst time of the day for me to be swatching glitter paints and metallics, but gotta film when you got the time. It's just the daylight is super fresh through that window at this hour. Yeah, so this one should dry nice and white, but like say I took some clean water and moved it around to smooth it out. So this one you could actually do for a clear background if you wanted on white paper. If you put enough water in it and smear it around, you could totally do that. Yep, that's gonna be a pretty one. Okay, so that is all of the pearl colors right there. I'm just gonna let that air dry. It's gonna take a while, but that's okay. Let's move on to gem colors. I'm pretty sure the gem color box has the names. Yeah, so this one has the names. I wrote the numbers though. All right, let me get these all wet. And you really don't need a ton of water when you're wetting these things, by the way. Just a couple drops off your brush is all you need, unless you're gonna be using them a ton, but even then I would rather just keep wetting them as they dry than wait like 8 hours for it to dry. But every like brand too is different with like their pigments. So I always tend to, you know, kind of like play around with it. Okay, so we're on, yep, let me scoot this up and move this over here. We are on number 830, which is Gem Red. I'm just gonna mix my colors. So these I think are metallic. I don't know, we'll find out. They definitely have shimmer to them. I think they're gonna dry like a metallic and not as glittery. Like the pearls are pearlescent colors, you know? Let's see. And then we'll take a look once everything dries. Wow, that is a way different color on white, isn't that? Woo! It is gem red, but it's almost brownish on the white paper. That's kind of interesting. All right, so number 831 is called Gem Pink. Spoiler alert, a few of them are just called gem and then the color. I'm gonna get the pink. Make sure I've got a good mix there. Okay, so 831 Gem Pink. I might have too much water on my brush on that one. Either that or it's just a, no, that's just the paint. Interesting. I even let that one sit for a minute. All right, let's see what it looks like on black. Oh, goodness. You'll notice my craft mat is just this big green thing. It's covered in paint and stuff. It's what I normally use when I used to do a lot of painting back in the day, and I haven't, and I kind of want to get back into it. But it protects my desk surface so that my pretty new desk isn't all destroyed. Okay, 903 is yellow gold. It's definitely going to be a metallic one, but let's see how metallic. Whoa, okay, very metallic. It's pretty. Ooh, on black, oh my. Let's see what it's like on this one. This would be fun for adding gold accents to stuff. Yep, look at that. Oh, oh yes. Love it, love it. That is a pretty color. And if you don't add a ton of water to it, you're gonna have a really thick, luscious gold paint. All right, 850, that is called Gem Green. Like I said, a lot of them are just gonna be gem. All right. So it's interesting, they're kind of like a translucent metallic. When you're looking at the paint palettes, they seem like they would be so much thicker. Okay, let's see. Oops. Why is this one drying out? I added plenty of water to that one. Get some water on my brush. This one got a little dry on me. There we go. I basically mix them and pause and come back after they've sat for a minute. Apparently I let that one sit too long. There we go. I mean, if you want them dry, you can for really thick paint. You don't have to make these watercolor. It's all about how much water you want on it. Okay, so let's do 860 while we're already on the black. Might have to add some water to this one too. So it's gonna be like a metallic blue. I think that'll look really good on the white. I don't know, these gem colors are looking funky on the white and awesome on the black. So who knows? I'm trying to see if there's any. I mean, there's sparkle to the gold, but yeah, it's like a very, very light metallic finish, but it'd be good for like backgrounds and whatnot. All right, 861. I'm gonna get some clear water on my brush and see if that helps these a little, since I let them dry a A little too much. Okay. So 861. Ooh. This would be fun to play with. Let's see. Well, for no reason at all, my camera just turned off. So, hi there. I don't know at what point it did. I just happened to look at it and it was on the home screen. So I'm like, well, don't know how much they just saw me swatch. I'll have to check when I go to edit. But anyway, we just did Gem Violet, or I did by myself. And it's a pretty metallic purple. Like I said, I'll show them once they all dry. That's it for the gem colors. Now we're on to starry colors. So I'm gonna get those mixed up and then we'll swatch those together. Okay, took me a minute to mix these. These ones are mixing kind of funny, so we're gonna see what happens, but there's no names with these ones, but this is number 901. Let's see how it comes out. It's like a nice gold. It's pretty, very pretty. Okay, got my white paper. Okay, so here's the 901 on white. So you can definitely see it way better on the black, but that's just a given with metallic colors. Okay, number 902. This box, by the way, doesn't have names. It's just numbers like the other one. So only one of them had names. This one I put a little extra water on. It's like a bronzish color. All right, let's see what it looks like on the black. Help if it was in frame. Yeah, so these ones are gonna really pop on the black paper. It's almost with any kind of glitter, gel pen, what have you. Okay, number 903. It's another goldish color. Ooh, that's a very yellow gold. It's almost similar. Are those the same thing? I think they are. They are. They totally are. So yeah, FYI, if you buy the gem colors and starry colors, you are gonna have a dupe. Yeah, those are totally the same color. So I just have extra. Yeah, works for me. Honestly, when I bought these, I didn't pay attention to the color numbers, and I don't even know if they showed the numbers on the box. But either way, good FYI there. This is 904, obviously. Kind of like a, I don't want to say rose gold. I'm more excited to swatch these on black. Just gonna rinse that off. It's hard to say what color this is. It's not rose gold. It's, well, maybe when it dries, it'll take on something. All right, let's see what 905 looks like. Get that mixed back up. So this one's definitely a lighter, almost like a pearl, but no, it's not. When you put it down, that is some serious hidden gold in there. Wow, I don't like glitter in there. Okay, that's weird. No, I mean, it's weird in a good way though. Not in a bad way. All right, 905. The other one, I can't tell if it's white or silver, but it's 906. So I bet you it's the same as the one from the Pro Colors. So yeah, if you get these 3 packs, you're gonna have 2 duplicate colors. You can barely see that on there. You don't even get that same. So it's a white with like a yellowish glitter undertone. I might as well just keep this here and do 906. But 906 I think is going to be the same as our 906 from the pearls. So it looks like the starry colors basically duplicates from a few other sets, just the two. So 903 and 906. And what's funny is they are in the same place as their duplicate ones on like the other trays. So consistency. All right, 906, like I said, I'm pretty sure is going to be the same as our other 906, and it totally is. Yeah, what I'll do is I'll zoom you guys out, dry off my finger because it's all wet. Okay, so here is the duplicates I'm talking about. So 903, 903, 906, 906. See how they're like in the exact same spots of the trays? That was kind of interesting. So yeah, basically the Starry colors you're going to get the dupes from, because these I think obviously were meant to go in these collections, so that's part of it. So here they are on the black paper. It's still a little wet, but you can see as they dry the color they take on. And I'm trying to hold it up to the light so you can see the shimmer. They all shimmer definitely on the black paper. That's where you really see the glitter. Like even this blue here has a nice metallic finish to it, but they're all really pretty on the black paper. Now when you use them on the white paper, they're not as pretty. Still pretty, but it's just kind of like they don't pop. And that's just because that's how they're gonna look. But the pearl colors, if I had to say what looks best on the white, it would be the pearl colors. They seem to look the best on the white. And these would be awesome for accents and whatnot. Very smooth color. The gem colors, even like some of these, I didn't have a ton of water on them, and they're very translucent. And then the Starry colors, it's like we have this one is like really bold, but they're all definitely a metallic. I'm holding them up to the light so you can see. This is like I don't even know what to call it, platinum? Yeah, platinum works. And then this is definitely like a white. So yeah, I mean, they obviously look so much better on the black paper, but you know what looks killer is this water. Like, look at this. I don't want to spill it, but look at this water. Like, you see that glitter? I mean, you can just see the glitter pooling all over. I hope it catches it, because it is really, no, because it's getting a glare. Maybe if I turn it this way. Either way, it's like magic, and it looks so pretty. I want to sit here and just move it around. But it has a really cool effect. But yeah, I would say these aren't too bad. I want to say I spent like 30 on these. I'll have to double check myself in the comments or the description below, but I've always wanted these and wanted to try them out, so I'm pretty impressed with them. They aren't too bad at all, especially on the black paper. Like I said, they kind of, only certain colors are as awesome on the white. So hit or miss there. So I mean, if you color a lot on white, or you plan to, just remember they're going to be flattened out a bit, and you're not going to have like this pop. That said, the pearl colors here kind of white themselves out, and then you just get that hint of the glitter, whereas the pearl colors on the white paper hold their actual color but still have a metallic sheen to them. So there's that with the pearls. The gem colors pop on the black because, you know, black of course, but on the white you'll see how they, same amount of water, but see how the purple here versus here, and they still have a shimmer. It's just they really pop on the black. The Starry colors pop on both. I mean, you're not missing out a ton. It's just like these lighter ones are going to look a little different when they're on black. Like, see here, this one's barely showing up, whereas on black it's there. And then this one takes on a totally different looking color. Same with this one, 904. But the other ones are about pretty consistent. But I mean, even on white, this would be cool if you wanted to color in metal on a page. Just don't add a ton of water and use it thicker, and that would be a really good metallic finish. But either way, they're awesome. I think the pearl colors I will use more on white paper. Whereas gem colors, I might use more on black because on the white they kind of seem to fall flat. So maybe I'll use them on a black or a tan toned. They actually might work on tan toned paper. And then Starry can work on either. So if you have these, let me know what you think of them, if you got similar results. And I always love to hear people's opinions and how they've used them. I always love ideas. But yeah, I am excited to use these on some pages and play around with them and just do some fun stuff. Sorry for the funky lighting. I was recording early, trying to be all, you know, early bird gets the worm, but that morning sun coming from over there is kind of a little too bright and just washes it all out. And then yeah, sorry my video stopped. When I edit, I'll find out where it left me off. But hopefully you got a bunch of swatching in. So thanks guys for hanging out with me. Until next time, take care.